way. No, you fucking didn't. You threatened him, and that's it.
You couldn't have just...
You said, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you right now if you let a heavy return.
It's literally the fucking smiling friends spits guy who's like, get out of my head! Like, and pointing the gun at people. Like, literally, that is her. That is just how she reacts.
Mike just, she's like, if you bring Abby back here, I'm gonna shoot you. And then Mike just thinks, wow, typical cop.
Typical cop. God damn it. But, and another thing is, like, FNAF VR is such a... Like, back to FNAF VR. It's such a mindfuck how they got it to work, but they just don't do a good job at it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, they don't do a particularly good job with FNAF 2 because of it's now extremely easy to...
I think I get what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that they did a lot, but none of it exceptionally.
Yeah, like, it felt more like... mind you, didn't play Curse of Dreadbear, which I've been meaning to get to it, but, you know, limited schedule and stuff. We got other games to play. But,
well,
like...
that's fine.
But it's like... God, man, I don't really like how they did a lot of things in FNAF. FNAF 2 in particular is the one I always bring up. It's like, FNAF 2 was fucked. FNAF 4 wasn't even brought up. Like only a few minigames had FNAF 4. And I was so confused about that. It's like...
Well, what they did was what was it, Night Terrors. The Night Terrors and the first two Dark Room levels were based off of FNAF 4, but they didn't give FNAF 4 its own thing, which, once again, I think that's fine because they still decided to base a couple of levels off of it, but I will say this, that Circus Davy level is so stupid, it's
so easy, ain't it?
No, it's just push a button. It's like a rhythm game, but if you had like 5 seconds before and after each note to hit the thing.
It's like a rhythm game, except there is legitimately no rhythm. Like that's...
It's not rhythm heaven, it's rhythm purgatory.
Yeah, rhythm hell, if anything. But it's like, that's the thing. It's like they did so much... Like, I wish they did FNAF 4 as something, like, other than just what they did, because, like, honestly...
Well, maybe they did FNAF 4 and Help Wanted 2, specifically. I can't tell you.
They did not, actually. I did look it up. FNAF 4 wasn't even in anything with Sister Location, or with, well, actually, they also skipped out on UCN, which, I mean... That's
fair.
That does piss me off a little bit because I'm like, oh, come on, man. That's like one of my favorite FNAF games. But it's like,
I think. Well, I mean, you yourself said it. FNAF 2 wasn't translated well, so if UCN is like FNAF 2 on steroids.
Yeah. So honestly, I'm like, I wish you guys did it, but I know
I don't.
Well, I'm meaning more of like. It's like, if they would have done it, they would have fucked it up. Because the thing is, like, FNAF UCN is such a hard game to do, and I guess we can talk about that now, since that would be the next game.
Well, not even a hard game to do for VR. It's literally impossible to translate to VR.
It's not fully. A fan actually has done it. And it's... And it's like, it's a cool game. But it's like, if you try... Because, like, what they did was, like, for certain animatronics that, like, utilize the cursor, they made it to where if you were looking at them, they would, like, Nightmare On, for example.
They all just became Nightmare On.
No, like, if you looked at them, like, Nightmare On's, like, if you have the cursor on him, he'll fade in. Or she'll fade in and then kill you. Well, in the VR remake, I'm putting that in quotes there, remake... they had it to where if you do that, then they will, they'll fade in if you look at them instead of, because they would just randomly appear. There's a lot of things that they did in that VR game that I like, but, alright, I guess, do you have anything else to say about Help Wanted? Any good things, any bad things?
No, we just have different elements of it that we like and dislike, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think, I mean...
And that's fine.
I mean, if you do have anything to say, I'm not gonna like be like, oh no.
Okay, well, I will say this as well. Fuck Plush Baby.
Yeah, God, that minigame also sucked in that game. That was just
No,
like a
I'm not gonna deny. I'm not gonna deny that some of the levels in that game suck.
yeah. Oh no, I mean
I like the majority of them, but a couple of them I just do not like.
yeah. No, I agree. That's fair. I mean, I think it's fair. Well, now let's go on to the original Scott 7 games, or 8 if we're going to talk about a certain one. But
Was that the Scott of '87?
was that the Scott of 87? Exactly, exactly. We are going to now...
No. Mega Man fans when the first game came out. Is that the Mega Man of '87?
Was it? Did Mega Man come out in
Yes,
87?
the original game came out in 1987.
Alright. God, now I kind of just want to have a fucking Mega Man talk, but no, that's not here. This is FNAF. We're talking FNAF here.
Both franchises about robots.
Oh, they're in the robot cinematic universe with all the other robots. Jeez.
The Iron Giant.
The Iron Giant's somehow connected to FNAF.
Dr. Cal's robot from Cuphead.
Exactly. Fucking the Metal Gears from Metal Gear. I guess they're not technically... Well, they act like robots. Anyways, so FNAF...
The bombs from Mario, since technically speaking, they would have to be robots, right? Since they're bombs, they must have been built.
Mecha Bowser from Sunshine. Jesus. So, okay, let's talk about FNAF UCN. Now, my question is, how far... Like, how many... I was going to ask how many challenges. What's your highest score?
I don't remember the exact score number, but I think I had... I think, if I remember correctly, I had 42 characters all turned on to 20, and DD spawned somebody in as well. So it's probably... So I think it was something around there.
I know my point number was 78,000, or 7,800. 78,000 would be a lot, but 7,800, so like, I think they're all set on 20, 7,800, math time, 78,000 divided by 20, I had 39 characters. It was mostly just because, like, I camera stalled a lot of them, just so then I didn't have to deal with them.
Yeah, because UCN has like there are a couple of things you can always do to guarantee that some of the characters will never be able to do anything to you.
Exactly. Like, I mean, you can death coin a character and then they're gone for the rest of the night and you don't gotta worry about them.
I just meant before you open the cameras for ventilation. Well, first off, always have the camera on the right hallway after you deal with like Toy Freddy at the beginning and stuff.
Yeah.
But also after that, you can just sort of close all doors and vents before opening the camera.
Exactly. So what do you think about UCN overall? I don't remember where you put it on your FNAF tier list. Or not tier list, but your FNAF ranking video. What do you think of FNAF UCN fully?
I like it, but not like as much as some of the other ones.
Right. I mean, that's fair. I mean, UCN's not for everyone. I would say UCN's probably the most replayable FNAF game. Period.
Well, you can. Well, I mean,
I know it doesn't sound fair, but I mean, come on. I mean, it is kind of fair.
Well, clearly the most replayable FNAF game is Freddy in Space 2.
Oh, obviously.
Obviously. I like how Bonnie is just completely broken in that.
Yeah, jeez. I haven't played any of the FNAF spin-offs aside one that we'll get to later, but...
Oh, and also Fury's Rage is terrible.
I bet. I mean, it doesn't look fun. It doesn't look enjoyable. Looks like crap. It's like...
Just play the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World video game and...
I actually have not given that game a shot yet. I've been told multiple times to give it a shot, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like, whenever I play, like, the only technically beat 'em up, that I ever really played was Yakuza 1, and I liked that game. And its combat was fluid. But it's like, Streets of Rage, Scott Pilgrim, never played those. But UCN, though, I feel like UCN was, like, such a good closer to the entire franchise. If they would have ended it at UCN, I would have been happy. To be honest.
UCN is like the Toy Story 3 of FNAF.
No, that's not true. Because the real FNAF ending was a little-known game called Pizzeria Simulator, and we were gonna segue onto that because that was a good segue.
Yeah. Okay, Pizzeria Simulator is the Toy Story 3 of FNAF, and then UCN and Help Wanted are like the Toy Story shorts that came out after Toy Story 3.
It's like
and Security Breach is Toy Story 4.
I would say Toy Story. I would say it's more like fucking Lightyear. Well, I mean, I don't know. I gotta.
No. Special Delivery is Lightyear because it's a spin-off, but still canonical.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, that's the thing, though. It's like, you look at all the FNAF games, like, before UCN, Help Wanted, and, you know, all that stuff. Leading up to that point, UCN was the love letter saying, thank you for everything, now we're gonna go. Like, we're gonna burn this place to the fucking ground, we're gonna say goodbye to Afton, and then we're gonna ride off into the sunset, which I liked. I liked that they did that because
Fazbear and Friends in The Last Crusade.
exactly, like Indiana Jones. But like that's the thing. It's like it was in my opinion.
And then when Scott was like, "Hey, let's make Security Breach," one of the guys goes, "You chose poorly."
Yeah, exactly. God, the fact that Security Breach even fucking exists. Like, because, like, that's one of the reasons why I hated FNAF Security Breach was the fact that they redid that ending. And then, like, instead of having the balls to keep going, they're like, oh, well, actually, guys, we promise, this never happened. Bullshit. Fuck off with that logic.
Well, okay, so, you know, let me say a couple of positive things about Security Breach. One, I like the music. Two, I think Grandma Chica does actually have like 4 elements. 3, the fan art of Monty. and the interview where his voice actor said that Monty likes oral.
What? Excuse
me? Do you want me to send that to you?
God. Monty's voice actor was like, fuck it. Let me just say whatever I want.
He's like, well, Scott never uses the internet anyway, so he'll never find out.
Even though he was very active on Reddit. But, like, that's the thing of, I want to get back to FNAF 6. Didn't you rank that as your... Where did you rank that? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure Pizzeria Simulator... I think Pizzeria Simulator was 3rd place in my ranking.
Yeah, because it was FNAF...
I think it was Pizzeria Simulator, FNAF 2, Help Wanted.
No, it was FNAF 4, because FNAF 2 was 7.
Oh, sorry, FNAF 4. I meant to say FNAF 4.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember you added in the fucking... You said, FNAF... You said, like, when you showed number 7, you're like, FNAF 2, and then, like, you had, like, all the swords drawn on you.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the meme from Tangled.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't blame people for having that reaction. Your Mega Man 2 reaction? I mean, your Mega Man 2 stance? Yeah, I mean Mega Man 3, sorry, not Mega Man 2. Your Mega Man 3 stance? Yeah, I mean, that's a little harsh. You guys shouldn't be mad at that.
I also said Mega Man 2 was just okay, like it was overrated and I didn't really like it. And Mega Man 2, Mega Man fans like, Mega Man 2 is the greatest game ever! It's incredible! And I'm like, have you played Quick Man Stage?
I've beaten Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. Well, I think I beat 3. That's the thing, I don't remember fully what Mega Man games I have or have not beaten. But I do know those old games do not hold up comparably to X, which is, you know, kind of fair. Because X...
Mega Man 4 is where the series starts to get good.
Are you making... I guess I'll ask this real quick. Are you making a Mega Man 4 review? I feel like you are.
Yeah, I want to review all of the Mega Man games in the classic series. I haven't started working on a full review yet, but I did record all the footage.
Oh, all right. Oh man, if you're doing just the classics though, God, man, you gotta do Mega Man.
I am interested in doing the spin-off series after.
You'd be there forever. You got X, you got Legends, you got Battle Network, Star Force.
It's like the MCU. We never run out of content.
Exactly. Except some of that content's just actual garbage. Wait. Okay. Here, before
and before you say it, I haven't played X6 or X7 or X8 yet. And before you say it, I do know about the voice acting in X7.
X7's definitely going to be a weird one. I hear 8. I hear
in the mountain.
I hear a lot about Mega Man 8 being just fine, which, I mean, not Mega Man 8, Mega Man 6 being okay, and then Mega Man X7 I heard was actual garbage. But see, I mean, I think what a lot of people don't get is that I don't think you've played all the Mega Man, so it's like, it would at least make sense why you would think 3's the worst, because, I mean, I don't know. I haven't played 3. I get your reasonings for not liking it, but, you know. Anyways, alright, back to FNAF.
I've played every main series Mega Man game.
Would you say it's the worst of the entire series?
Out of the classic series, yes. But keep in mind, I can't say about the entire franchise because I haven't played every game in the entire franchise.
Is that also including Mega Man and Base?
I have not played Mega Man and Base.
Okay. So it doesn't include that. Gotcha. I was just wondering. Alright, back to FNAF. We went on another Mega Man tangent. We're going crazy here with the Mega Man talk.
The Mega Man games.
Yeah, exactly. Mega Man, I mean, FNAF as a whole, with FNAF Pizzeria Sim, it just tied everything together. I'm just kind of, it just makes me super miffed that we got fucking Security Breach and Help Wanted afterwards, because I was like, oh, okay. Like, when FNAF VR came out, I was like, okay, as long as you guys aren't going back. And then they're like, don't worry guys, we're going back. And it's like, what? Why are we going back?
And then they're like, well, no, actually, we're not going back.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, we're going to McDonald's. Yay! Okay, we ate at McDonald's. Okay. And it's like, all right, now we're going back to McDonald's. Like, wait, we already went. And it's like, yeah, look at this. We got the exact same order, except it's 12 times worse. Oh, nah, just kidding. We're actually going to Burger King. It's
okay,
like, what is happening?
I would like another Big Mac, except I would like for you to punch it this time, and then also
kiss it. I like a Big Mac, except make it a Whopper. It's like, what? It's like, that's a, what? Because, like, I didn't mind the fact that, like, because, like, whenever, I was working on my FNAF World video, I was saying, I hadn't really seen too much about Security Breach, because, like, when I recorded the FNAF World video, I did not pay any attention to any game after FNAF's UCN. So when I was making the FNAF World video, I was like, oh, Security Breach. Oh, it ain't that bad. At least some people think it's a good game. It just has a bunch of glitches.
Well, that was how I felt before I watched Toy Story 4, and I saw like some people saying Toy Story 4 is really bad, and then I was like, yeah, surely it's not that bad. And then I watched it and I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck this movie.
I mean, that's how I was for what game was it that people were like, I mean, the exact opposite happened with me with Danganronpa V3, where people are like, it's bad. It's like, no, it's not. It's like, what are you talking about? God, I am letting you know this now. A secret between me, you, and the probably 100 people watching this video. I am making a video on Danganronpa V3 because I am so fucking sick of these people just telling me, oh, it's actually a bad game. It's not! It's literally not! Sorry.
Okay, well, I haven't played it, so I can't say anything about it.
Anyway, sorry. Okay, back to FNAF 6. Did you like FNAF 6 as a whole, or did you just like it for the ending?
No, I liked everything about it.
Would you say, did you like the Tycoon shit as well? Because that was my jam. Oh, I love that. I love it.
Okay, right, sorry. I did not enjoy the Office segments.
Okay, yeah, those are more understandable of not liking. Because they are just kind of whatever. but everything else was just so freaking good. It's like when you get a pizza, and you're like, scrumdiddlyumptious.
The turkey, the whole thing deep fried and dipped in chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, there's all that good stuff, and then there's just the office segments, which are fine. They're not the worst thing ever. They're just not my cup of tea. Alright. Now, we kind of brought it up, but now it's time to talk about Sister Location. What do you think of Sister Location?
Sister Location... Okay. I appreciate what it did for the franchise as, like, going in a different direction. I'm like, cool. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate trying to introduce, like, more voice acting and character to the animatronics, except Funtime Foxy, who would not be a character, really, until UCN. But...
Wait.
And I like... What?
Did you say... Oh, okay. You know, my mind went immediately to Roxanne Wolf. I'm like, why are we talking about Roxanne Wolf? No, sorry, my bad.
No,
Go ahead.
What do you mean? Roxanne Wolf obviously came
Yeah.
Sister Location.
Yeah, obviously. Nah, you're right. Funtime Foxy really didn't have much of a role in that game, did she? I didn't really think about that.
Well, Funtime Foxy is the one who catches you and puts you into the Springlock.
I know that. I was just meaning more of like, other than that, she doesn't really do a whole lot.
Well, also Funtime Foxy doesn't have any lines until UCN. Once Funtime Foxy got the lines in UCN, I was like, I really, really like this character.
Yeah, it was funny, wasn't it? The frickin' I have a show and you did not go. Like that voice of. It's so weird because like, real quick, I'm right back to UCN real quick. When Rockstar Bonnie killed me and like talked, I immediately thought Markiplier.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, listen to like when Rockstar Bonnie kills you. Just listen. You can hear a Markiplier. You can. It's so, and you'll never get it out of your head. It's crazy. Are you looking it up? Are you looking up the voice lines?
I'll look into it later.
Okay. Yeah, no, but it's super weird. Okay, back to Sister Location. Yeah. But
so once again, I can appreciate trying to make the variety, and I do like the characters.
Mm-hmm.
But, in the story, a detail I really like is that there's that clown mask on the wall. And then when the animatronics become entered, they take the clown mask. And it's like an